Development questions mounting over AstraZeneca and Oxford's vaccine candidate after they acknowledged a manufacturing error that affected trial results. Joining me now with more from London, Sam Fazeli, Bloomberg Intelligence Senior Pharmaceuticals Analyst and Director of EMEA Research. I'll get that out. Sam, save me. Who messed up here?
It's somewhere between the Oxford vaccine group and the manufacturer, which obviously involves the people who make the viral doses and then fill and finish them. Somewhere in that group, somewhere, somehow, possibly involving the clinical trials organization, if there was one involved, that's where it's gone wrong. What is nice to know, I think that's what we know, is that it wasn't like a batch was made and then it was only half active. They literally gave people a vial which had half the dose in it. If it was that issue with the half active, then that's a bit more concerning. But I don't think that's the case. So Astra, I don't think, can really be thought of as anyone as really that guilty here.
And in some ways, this was serendipity. It allowed a higher efficacy rate to be generated. How will this problem with the dosing, do you think, affect acceptance of the vaccine? There was much criticism earlier on this week from the United States, some suggesting that it wouldn't be given approval there.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go as far as you have. This hasn't proven anything. Once you know much more about that group of people who apparently gave you 90%, I'm choosing my word very carefully here, apparently gave you 90% efficacy, then we can start deciding whether it was the half-dose, full-dose thing that drove it, or whether it was because there were younger patients, because there were healthier patients, or because we just didn't have enough numbers in that group. So that's where I think we have something that we still have to figure out, which is why I suspect there's all this question marks, not just from the US. I think from the get-go we were also skeptical.
So what needs to happen? How does this need fixing? How does it get fixed? And how does it get put right?
Right. So this combined group of Brazil and the UK trial had up to about 23,000 people in it. What we can do is get to the end of it, subtract the half-dose, full-dose people, and go to what the trial was designed to test, which was, in fact, the opposite hypothesis, high dose followed by low dose, and also two high doses, and see what that tells us. And then see if this other group has any other reasons to explain the 90%. If it does, you go back and redesign another trial and test that. You can't run away assuming that half dose plus full dose is what we should give people. You can't make that decision for 2 billion people on the basis of a 3,000 patient outcome.